The word itself feels heavy. Primitive. You probably picture a brute, tusks, rage, bad attitude. But that stereotype is a lie, because in one universe, they are tragic heroes bound by honor. In another, they are a biological weapon that breaks the laws of physics. And in one, they are literally elves whose god was eaten and transformed in a divine digestive tract. Yeah, seriously. This is the Orc paradox. And it's the wildest story in fantasy. How can the same concept be so radically different? It's not just a reskin. It's a fundamental rewrite of their soul. To understand the paradox, we go back to the source. J.R.R. Tolkien, the architect. Tolkien survived the horrors of World War I. He saw the destruction of nature by industry, and he poured that trauma into the orcs. They aren't a natural race. They are purpose-built for evil. But the real tragedy isn't what they do. It's how they were made. They didn't crawl out of the slime. They were corrupted. They used to be elves. The Dark Lord Melkor kidnapped the first elves and, through eons of torture and dark magic, twisted them beyond recognition. He broke their bodies and erased their minds. They are the ultimate victims of the First War. They have no free will, no culture, only hate inherited from their master. This is the baseline. Pure, tragic evil. But that definition couldn't hold. Fantasy evolved. In the 90s, Blizzard asked a revolutionary question. What if the monsters have honor? Enter the Horde. This is a total reboot. On the planet Draenor, orcs were a noble, shamanistic society, deeply connected to the elements, and they were brown. So, where did the iconic green skin come from? It wasn't evolution, it was corruption. Again, history repeats itself. A demonic army, the Burning Legion, found them and offered them ultimate power. The price? Drinking the blood of Manaroth, a supercharged shot of fell energy. When the chieftains drank it, it hit them like a nuclear bomb. Their skin turned green, their eyes blazed red. They were consumed by the blood curse, uncontrollable rage. This is the genius of Blizzard. They took Tolkien's tragedy and turned it into a story of redemption. The orcs of Warcraft aren't evil. They are a people fighting to reclaim their souls from a demonic curse they were tricked into. But while these two were arguing about morality, let's look at something stranger. What if an orc is actually an elf? Welcome to Tamriel, the world of the Elder Scrolls. Here, orcs are called Orsimer, which literally means the pariah folk. And yes, they are technically elves. Mer means folk, but they are the elves everyone hates, the eternal outcasts of the fantasy world. Why the universal hate? Because their origin story is the weirdest and frankly grossest in all of lore. It starts with a divine betrayal. Their ancestors worshipped a powerful god hero named Trinimac, but Trinimac was tricked and literally eaten by another deity, the Daedric prince Boethia. Trinimac wasn't just killed, he was digested, processed through Boethia's divine intestines, and excreted back into the world. What came out the other side was Malakath, the god of curses, the spurned and the ostracized, and Trinimac's followers, they transformed with him. Their elven beauty warped into tusks and brute strength. They became the Orsimer, cursed by association. They live in isolation, following the code of Malakath. They are not savages, they are stoics. They are the best smiths in Tamriel, proving their worth through creation, because the world denies their inherent value. For the pure chaos. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000. Everything here sucks, and the orcs are the happiest creatures in the galaxy. Forget honor and tragedy. These guys are here for the fight, and they break all the rules. First, they're not mammals. They are fungi. Yes, you heard me. The orcs of 40K are an animal-fungus symbiosis. They reproduce by releasing spores when they die. This means they are impossible to defeat. Kill one, and 10 more grow in his place. But that's not even the craziest part. The craziest part is how their minds work. The what is not just a battle cry. It is a real psychic field. If enough orcs believe something, it becomes true. Their technology is garbage, literally. Their guns shouldn't fire, their ships shouldn't fly, but they do, because the orcs believe they do. Why do they paint their vehicles red? Because red ones go faster, and because of their psychic field, it really does go faster. They are pure chaos, breaking physics with the power of positive thinking. Finally, what happens when orcs leave the realm of fantasy and crash into our near future? Enter Shadowrun, a world where magic collides with cybernetics and mega-corporations. No ancient curses here, just a phenomenon called goblinization. Imagine this. You're a normal human, and then one day, latent genes activate. You painfully transform into an orc. Tusks, massive size, the whole package. It's a second, terrifying puberty. Orcs here are meta-humans. They face real-world issues, intense prejudice, poverty, and corporate exploitation. It's a powerful shift, taking the fantasy archetype and using it as a social commentary on what it means to be other in a modern society. So, who are the real orcs? The monsters of Middle-earth, the freedom fighters of Azeroth, the blacksmith elves, or the anarchist space fungi? The truth is, orc stopped being a race. It became a mirror. In Tolkien, they reflected our fears of war. In Warcraft, they reflect our struggle for redemption. In Warhammer, they remind us to enjoy the chaos. Each universe takes this archetype and fills it with the meaning it needs. And that is why we love them. Tell me in the comments, which type of orc is your favorite and why? The best comment gets nothing, but we will read it. Subscribe to Orcs Must Love, where we love lore as much as an orc loves a good war.